Welcome to Focused on You, the podcast where we cover all aspects of your financial plan, as well as give you a glimpse inside the personality of WFG. My name is Jeff Pincus, and I'm the producer of the show. In today's episode, Jay Sanford, Jeff Hamblen, Mark Jensen, and Curt Gupton discuss the importance of goal-based planning. And as a special gift to our longtime pod listeners, I've moved the disclaimer to the end of the show. However, I don't recommend you skipping through it, as I do my best to send you off with a smile. And now, let's join Jay, Jeff, Mark, and Curt as they discuss goal-based planning.
I know we have our first question actually is what is goal-based planning, but I wanted to take a step back because I actually had to change my hair appointment today because our podcasting started at 1 o'clock, and that's actually when I was supposed to go down and see Remy. We call Remy the magician. I literally have 3 strands of hair on the top of my head, and he makes it look like I have somewhat of a full head of hair. I noticed that Curt just got a haircut. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
It looks really nice. Curt kind of has a moppy look to his haircut. I kind of think of us as the Beatles now because of that haircut. Looks good.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I thought I would kind of ask everyone around the table, just based on the economy and talking recession sometimes these days with clients, how much they pay for their haircuts. And I thought that would be a good cross-section. I know Jeff Pincus, our friend of the show, is sitting behind me, and I'm guessing he doesn't pay anything. Is that correct, Jeff?
You are correct, Jay.
Okay, I thought his wife took care of that for him, which is actually really good. So we have a zero cost there. Curt, how much did you pay for yours?
That would be $25 at Sports Clips. That also includes what's called the MVP, little massage. They wash it, dry it. So it's the full package there.
Full package, $25. Mark Jensen.
Yeah,
how about yourself?
I may need to make a switch. I'm not getting any massages, just getting a basic haircut, and it's costing me $20. So looks like I'm shifting to sport clips.
Okay, now this is the question that I want to ask our president here, because I'm guessing he gets all of that plus. Jeff, how much does your haircut cost?
It's $52, and then I give her a $10 tip. So Linda's a client of ours, and she started her own shop about 10 years ago with 2 other clients of ours, so I want to feed them well.
There you go, $62. Remy has never increased my haircut, so I'm very thankful for that. I try and send him as much business. Actually, there's 3 or 4 of us now going to Remy. His shop is downstairs, and it is $40. And so the question is our haircuts... could a recession hurt the haircut business? What do you think, guys?
No.
They tend to, yes, because what happens is when you have a recession, people want to cut back on things that they look at as necessities. Interesting in recessions, premium beer, it goes up in sales, and yet people wear their underwear 6 months longer. Right? And so they will wait another instead
they
of
do wash it, I hope.
Instead of my 6-week wait for a haircut, I might go 7.
That's exactly right. I talked to Remy about this when the furloughs were happening with the government, and he said that was affecting him. People were pushing their haircuts out an extra couple weeks, and that just means lost revenue. So, Jeff, you answered that correctly. Mark, you were incorrect, but you're recession proof. We do know that.
And it's a $20 haircut. So
now, if Remy added a massage, I think his business might do a little bit better during those kind of times.
Fair enough. I'm going to bring that up to Remy. It's Red Feather Salon, for those wondering. All right, so thank you guys for helping me with that one. Let's get on to what we came here for, which is what is goal-based planning. I actually feel like that's the lifeblood of what we do here on the wealth planning side. And so I thought I would toss it over to Jeff and kind of give us a definition or how he sees what goal-based planning really is.
Yeah, so 39 years ago, when I got into the game, my focus at that time was really trying to figure out what keeps people up at night. And obviously I was dealing with 20-year-olds and they were just living paycheck to paycheck. And so I would ask them these questions. And as I got older, the clients getting older with me, they all had different answers because obviously it was more based on what their particular situation was at the time. So goal-based planning to me is answering the question, what keeps them up at night, and specifically in my main function these days seems to be most of my clients are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, and it's all about financial independence when they can retire. So that's a goal, and so I focus on that specific goal. And they have parents, and so we focus on their estate plan. We focus on their children. So across the board, wherever they are, whatever transitions they are in their life, that's the area that we focus on. And I would say that Curt, a newer member of our firm, as a planner with the younger clients. Curt, tell me a little bit about what you find as far as goal-based planning with your clientele.
Sure. So as you mentioned, I kind of work with clients' kids aging from 12 to 40, and obviously that can be a wide range of different goals based on where they are in life. For the kind of teenagers, it's more about budgeting. As you get a little bit older, you join the working force. It's about retirement plan. Should I be contributing to a 401k? A lot of the times we see credit card debt being a big issue, especially student loans, buying a car versus renting a car. So all these kind of things kind of evolve as they have new things in their life that prompts these different kind of goals and kind of worries and what keeps them up at night. So for the most part, the big things that I've seen, student loans, credit cards, when they eventually have a family, it's buying life insurance. So all these kind of different things, as you mentioned, Jeff, kind of just depends on where they are in life.
And when it comes to the goals, and this is why I come into this, because I'm more on the investment side of things, there might be looking to invest for certain goals, right? So you're talking about maybe having a new house, kids' education, you want to pay for either private school or college. And so those different goals have different timeframes to them, right? So can you work with that, Mark, as to, the timeframes and the different goals that are out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, college is one of the big goals. I talk to a lot of clients with, being in my 40s, that they're either in college, just got out of college, or they're still planning on it. And it's really just a matter of making sure the risk tolerance of the portfolio, it has the right time frame to it. So what I mean by that is, like, a teenager still shouldn't most likely be 100% equities, because we wouldn't want a 2008 scenario where a recession hits hard and 2 years of college funding goes out the door. So we're big fans of target date funds for college, which puts them on a glide path to be pretty aggressive when they're under 10 and starts to get, more moderate to moderate conservative as the kids are in high school and college. That allows us to, capture some gains, take some risk off the table as they're getting closer. And more than anything, for our clients, check the box and let them know, hey, state school's covered or private school's covered, whatever they were looking to do, and then really get conservative with the money once we know the goal's been met.
Sure. No. So I understand that time frame is important and probably the main driver on this, but there's also how much you actually have, and that kind of runs into retirement as well in terms of planning. So I would say that if you have lots of funds, then you can afford to be conservative and go along that glide path. If you don't have everything covered, you actually have to take on more risk, right, Jeff?
Yeah, so that actually is fairly unique with Washington Financial Group, because we basically a few years ago went back to all these brainiacs and got some math behind this. So it really comes down to when you're getting ready to retire, and there's a withdrawal rate. So if I have $100,000 and I have a 4% withdrawal rate, I'm withdrawing $4,000. And the reality is that we're looking at an individual's withdrawal rate, and once we know that, then we can actually design the portfolio to fix the exact withdrawal rate. More than likely, if someone's going to be somewhere less than 4%, they're going to be in a growth and income portfolio. But if it's going to be 7-8%, then we've got to really get real aggressive. And Jay, talk a little bit about how we handle the ups and downs in the market as they start drawing money out.
Yeah, so that, again, like you said, I think it is unique to Washington Financial Group. We did go back. We tried to put math behind all the investments that we were doing, and we manage volatility, which is what Jeff is really talking about, through different buckets of money. So you're going to have a growth bucket where you're looking for long-term growth. You're going to have a midterm bucket that's going to have some guardrails on it with bonds and other alternative investments. And then you're actually going to have a cash bucket. So you're going to be covered regardless of what's going on in the market. If the markets are doing well, we might take it from the growth bucket. If markets are going down, we take it from the cash bucket. And then when things start to look better and get better, we refill that cash bucket with the other two that we have. So we figure out your goals. We look to see what your withdrawal rate is. We look to see what your funding rate is for education. And the investments should and do match those goals based on what you have and how much time you have to attain those. So that's where we are with goal-based planning. It is a cornerstone of Washington Financial Group and what we do on the wealth planning side. Always check in with us to make sure that you feel comfortable with what's going on, and that's our main goal, is to help you sleep at night. I think Jeff said it best.
Focused on you.
Focused on you. Thank you, Jeff.
That's going to do it for this week's show. Thanks for listening. If you have a question that you'd like us to address in a future episode, shoot us an email at info@washfinancial.com. If you enjoy our show, and quite frankly, how could you not? We'd love for you to subscribe on iTunes or wherever you access your podcasts. And now, as promised, we send you out with a smile. The opinions on this show are for general info only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investment may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities offered through LPL Financial, a member of FINRA, ZIPIC. Investment advice offered through Global Retirement Partners, LLC, GRP, a registered investment advisor. Insurance services offered through Hub International Group, GRP, WFG, Hub International, is separate and unaffiliated with LPL Financial. Now that's a disclaimer, y'all. See you next time. Bye-bye.